The faint scent of salt water. I've returned once again to the deep sea on the surface. Kinji-san said the path connecting the worlds only opens on the day of the full moon. In other words, there's a time limit. I sneak a glance at the clock by the counter. It's about 7 p.m., so there are only about 5 hours left, around the same amount of time from when I went in to when I came out. At this rate, I should have plenty of time. Completing the process for re-entry, I stand in front of the ticket gate. This is the entrance. If this is physically an entrance, then conceptually it's an entrance too. Closing my eyes, I walk through it. I can feel a strong light from beyond my eyelids. Hey, is it just me, or did that girl walk into another world and, like, disappear and stuff? I don't know, Jeff. Shut up and do your job. When the light stops, I open my eyes. I feel relieved to see that there are no customers. I think to myself how strange it is that something like that comforts me. I was able to get back in so easily. If this were a movie or a novel, the power of the moon would get stronger when it's full or something to that effect. Gotta keep moving. I take small steps one at a time, in order not to get careless. Huh? I become aware of a strange phenomena. I don't know if it's right to call it that, though. Anyway, I spot a familiar shadow some distance away. Kenji-san? Without thinking, I mumble his name, but he doesn't seem to hear. Who wants to bet this isn't Kenji? He might help me out, is what I think for a brief moment. What is this? He's strange. There's an intense look in his eyes as he frantically looks around. It's like he's trying to find something. He originally said that he would return 1 month from now. For him to come back intentionally like this, the only thing that I can think of is that he forgot something, or that, like me, he came back to save the girl. However, he was the one who said we should leave the girl alone in the first place. It's hard to believe he would come back here on his own. Since he's come here so many times, it's hard to believe he would forget something, or to think he'd come back to retrieve it if he did. I wonder why. My instincts are telling me that this is dangerous. Thank God that you're not an idiot. Kenji-san, the one who suddenly changed as if he were possessed and attacked me. Oh, whoa, oh, no, that was a bit much. Oh, that was a bit much. Oh, Did you see that? Did you see, like, I think his mouth was moving in that, that staticky image? Or something. I'm gonna have to rewatch back over that, but that was spooky. His eyes are the same as they were back then. No. At that time, it was because of the Red Mountain Aquarium. I can't doubt him. I can't embrace these thoughts about Kenji-san, who saved me. That was something he couldn't help. It came from a will that was not his own, like a natural phenomena. Just like a typhoon. Which is exactly why I couldn't ask him about that sudden change. The doubts tangled up in my chest to make my legs feel heavy. At this point, I didn't expect my own doubts to be like shackles. No, that's not it. Kenji-san is my ally, so to speak. I need to cast off my doubts and open up my heart to Kenji-san. Just a little bit more, just a little... I decide to trust my instincts. When we split up at the taxi stand, the name tag he should have taken off was around his neck. He had told us it worked like a discount coupon. He probably forgot to take it off after he re-entered. Kenji-san enters the souvenir shop. I can't imagine what he's gone in there for. I watch over the souvenir shop from the shadows of the Tokyo Bay booth so I won't be discovered. My heartbeat gradually quickens. The wait feels long. Even though it's been no more than 5 minutes, thanks to the strange feeling of uneasiness, it feels like an hour or two. If only there had been no change since my return. If only he hadn't had those eyes. I should call out to him, tell him what Himeno said, and have him help me if possible. There he is. I pay attention to Kinji-san, who has come out of the souvenir shop mumbling to himself. That child. Where in the world is she hiding? Despite the fact that he's far away, his words shock me so much it's as if they're hammered into my chest. That child? The Red Mountain Aquarium. And a child. Mari. I can't think of anyone else. The memory of Saganuma Rieko when she appeared by Himeno back at the stage, also saying she was looking for a child, sticks out in my mind. Why would the criminal who murdered the director be looking for Mari? And why is Kinji-san also looking for her? The Red Mountain Aquarium. The murder of Mountain Aquarium's director. The mysterious girl who was the director's daughter. All of these scattered pieces. Could they be part of the same puzzle? I give a loud gulp. These frightening surprises don't end there. I continue to follow Kinji-san with my eyes. He heads for the staff passageway behind the panel we pressed earlier. At the moment, he opens the door and is about to disappear. Saganuma Rieko! There's a slender shadow of a woman there. As soon as I see her, I can't grasp why she'd be together with Kinji-san, the man who shoved her and tried to kill her before. Well, it's obvious that this isn't the real Kinji. I briefly avert my eyes from the scene before me, but quickly return to looking through the crack in the door. They're putting their lips together. Ew. It's what society refers to as a kiss. The two of them, kissing lacks any romance, being merely sinister. I get the feeling that I just saw something I shouldn't have. I lose sight of them as I'm wondering what to do, and decide my next move. First, I should go over to him, and find out what he was waiting on before. Once I've sorted out what's going on, I should still have time to find the girl. Trying not to make any sound, I head for the staff passageway in front of the souvenir shop. As I'm walking along, my fingertips feel as if they've touched something. It's right in front of the door to the souvenir shop. This is the keychain. Standing still, I pick up the small item. It's one of the prizes from the Gacha Gacha machine with the small starfish attached to the droplet. Flipping it over, there's a photo printed on a sticker stuck to the backside. A little girl and her father. This belonged to that girl. Could she be in here? But Kinji-san reacted as if she wasn't there. Which probably means that Mari isn't here. Anyway, the fact that the keychain, which I returned to her at the Fish of the World booth, is here in front of the souvenir stand means that at least she got this far. I take a deep breath. I have to go in and see. I have to go inside and confirm for myself. The fear of the poison frogs dropping down again floats through my mind. One way or the other, if that girl is inside, then according to the law of fixed coordinates, we should be able to get out safely. Even if we get caught up in some phenomena, I won't be careless. Whether going or coming, no matter what does or doesn't happen, I'm risking my life. She's probably inside. I'm concerned about Kinji-san and all, but I should start by investigating nearby. Embracing my worries, I enter the souvenir shop. Hello? Any poison frogs in here? Oh, well, it's nice. It looks like the janitors cleaned up while we were gone. It doesn't seem like there are any frogs. As soon as I enter, I take a look around. There's no sign of the ghastly sight of melted frogs. Still, an air as if something bizarre and grave as afoot enters my mouth, causing my tongue to curl. I place my hand on my chest and strengthen my vigilance. This is a bloodstain? It's hard to see in the dark, but the deep red blood is spread out here and there across the floor. It goes all the way to the counter, like a path. Uh-oh. Something's here. That alone I can be sure of. Uh-oh. Something spooky! From within the dark, something may jump out at me. As I take a step, I look around, left and right. Using such great caution, one might call it excessive. Clack, clack, clack. The echoing of my own footsteps provides me some relief. On closer inspection, the blood circumvents the counter and continues around the back. As I follow it, I notice something in the garbage can by the counter. This is... Oh no! It's Kinji's name tag. One name tag's been thrown away. It catches my eye because it looks like Kinji's hands, because it is. The cover for it is worn down and dirty. He had it on when he left the souvenir shop, so it's not like he threw his away. But contrary to my expectations, the name Hiyoshi Kinji is on it. Having my doubts, I flip it over and immediately drop it. On the back of the name tag, written in big red letters with magic marker, is blood. Blood. No, murderer. Blood. It's been a while since we've seen red text, hasn't it? In fact, I remember seeing a bit of red text last time. I think the only time actually we saw it was right after, I think right when we entered the jellyfish booth, or right before it for the first time, you know, when the whole adventure began. Or maybe it had to do with the fish. You know, the dead fish? Something like that. I like it. They didn't, I was kind of thinking they might use it too much and it would get old, but I've only seen it twice so far. It definitely has an impact behind it. The letters themselves are like a curse. I don't understand at all what this means, but I don't have any desire to take a closer look to find out. Having probably thrown it away when he was here earlier, I satisfy myself with the thought that it's just a prank. It's just a prank, bro! And following the bloodstain takes precedence. Remaining cautious, I peek behind the counter. There's nothing here. Kya! As I suddenly hear someone's voice, I shout without thinking. There's no one below the counter. Just 2 boxes left there. Spooky boxes, I think. There's no one behind me, nor next to me. Could it be above? Frogs, as I consider this and look up at the ceiling. The only thing there is the sprinklers. Appearing as if it hasn't been used in some time, it seems this place is in a different phase than it was before. But more importantly than that is the voice's owner. Without thinking, I narrow my eyes and look all around. Hey, don't make a sound. Huh? Big sister! Big sister! Huh? Huh, that voice. Mari? Yeah! The cardboard box at my feet skitters about. We have to be sure. What do we do if he's with her? That voice is that girl. By him, do you mean that Kinji-san who was here before? It's fine. I'm here alone. Yeah! Yeah! Wait, it might be a trap. As if the girl's voice didn't even reach Mari, she topples the large cardboard box over. Mari immediately jumps out and clamps onto my leg. Mari! Big sister! I embrace Mari's tiny shoulders in return. Mari, why are you here? How? We can see each other. Is that really you? Hey! Saying this, Mari twirls around once. That innocent behavior. There's no mistaking that it's her. I'm finally able to trust that the girl before my eyes is Mari. I'm surprised. It's the first time that I've truly understood how people who are shocked are left speechless. I'm able to see Mari. I hug her again to confirm that it's actually true. I'm able to actually feel Mari's body on the other side of that bulky fabric with my own flesh. Mari, were you really that small? Big sister, you got so big you don't seem like yourself. Mari rubs her plump cheek against me. The differences in our height after 5 years is clear. Even though I was younger, I was a bit bigger, right? Hey, that's not true. We were the same height. I'm older, so even us being the same height is nothing to boast about. But the stubbornness itself is vital to my memories. I hug Mari again, clenching even my fingers tight around her. And then I realize it. Sorry, I know you're having a touching reunion, but the girl was inside one of those boxes, despite how difficult it was to get in, and seems to be struggling to get out now. Finally, she breaks out of the box by tearing it open, and not the least bit bothered by it, she speaks in a cold tone. The blood spattered here and there appears to be hers. It seems to have stopped now, but surely it was from the wound on her forehead having opened. That girl, she's already dead. It's something I already realized. That's because I couldn't feel Mari's body heat. That girl had put it into words as if it were no big deal. I had prepared myself in my heart, but actually being able to embrace Mari, that difference causes my chest to tighten. Big sister, I'm sorry. That's not something to apologize for, Mari. I'm sorry I died. Mari looks at me with an anxious expression on her face. I rub Mari's head. Her hair is silky, a fact that doesn't change whether she's alive or dead. Sayo-chan, can I tell my big sister about it? Sayo-chan? Is that this girl's name? Yep, she told me. That's right. Though Mayumi, please drop the chan. Sayo, is it? Okay, nice to meet you. There's nothing nice about it. What a cold response. Sayo-chan, are you a friend of my big sister? Not particularly. Do you not like her then? I don't particularly dislike her. Mayumi, what's so funny? Their exchange is so funny I start snickering. Because it's funny to see Sayo wavering at Mari's barrage of questions. So, Mari, what was it you wanted to tell me? Well, Mari glances in Sayo's direction. Sayo tilts her head silently. Well, wait a second. Mayumi, why are you here? Why, you ask? Didn't you take that man's advice and leave me behind? I didn't see it as you abandoning me and felt your actions were correct, but I do want you to tell me your reasoning. You heard all that? At that time, I couldn't move at all. Not even my lips, but I was conscious. The Red Mantin Aquarium. What a dumb name. Anyway, that was the only part of your conversation I caught. There's nothing to hide from you then. Somewhere inside, I feel relieved. My guilt at having left Sayo comes back, making me fully aware of its presence. But she said what I did was right. I don't think Sayo's the type who would lie about that. The decision I made at that moment was definitely not wrong. I explained those feelings between Himeno and that without worry over whether they were right or not, brought me back here. So stupid. You should have just left me alone. It was my decision. I can't let things be anymore. No gratitude. Or apology. I don't see it as us having grown closer, but Sayo is accepting me just a little bit more. Unlike when I'm with Kinji-san and when I'm with Himeno, it's the first time I've truly appreciated this feeling of relief. Now it's my turn. Sayo, why are you with Mari? That story's a long one. Where should I start? First of all, how about telling me about when Saganuma Rieko tried to kill you? You heard that from that guy already. She's the criminal who killed my papa. She's already dead, a spirit out for vengeance. She's merely a shadow, only able to exist within Mantin Aquarium. When I pointed that out to her, she suddenly attacked me. She probably doesn't want to acknowledge that she's dead. She's looking for Mari. So, she was looking for Mari after all, but why? If she's already dead, why is she... Her feelings have gotten really big, like a balloon. She can only think about that one thing, so much that she's forgotten about everything else. The one who answers my question is Mari. Mari, likely unable to stay silent any longer, gets between Sayo and I, and speaks while spreading both her arms out wide. I also heard that. In other words, she has lingering attachments from when she was alive. Vengeful spirits and other ghosts usually do. I don't believe in such things, so it's just theoretical. I don't believe it. Sayo says this while leaning against the counter. I can see she's settling in for a very long conversation. I've always wanted to see you, big sister. This whole time, it's what I've wanted. That's why you called out to me over and over again. But I wasn't feeling like myself. With no body, I was just fuzzy. I couldn't even come to see you. Fuzzy? Right, fuzzy. I think I'm missing something fundamental in what Mari's trying to say. I wonder if Sayo's even listening, but when I look her way, her eyes are closed. She's your little sister, Mayumi, so you get what she's saying, right? You say that, but you don't get it either, do you? When I give her a hard time, Sayo sullenly puffs up her cheeks. And soon after, she clicks her tongue with a ch and looks away. Even if she wanted to tell me she didn't get it after all, she can't. Well then, how do you feel right now? Now? Normal? Normal? Anyway, let's set that subject aside. But you know, I remembered lots of stuff. After I met Sayo-chan, maybe it was before. Until now, all I can think about was seeing you. But I did remember something important. Mari looks a little saddened. I still don't understand the reason why. Is that what you wanted to tell me earlier? Yeah. Sayo-chan, I can tell my big sister, right? She's not an enemy, right? It should be fine. She's just too soft is all. Sayo, what are you filling Mari's head with? Sayo gives me no response. I look back at Mari and wait for her to continue. You see, Mari takes in a small breath. I saw a man get hit until he couldn't move. That scary man, he did that with a scary lady. Mari quietly tells me the truth. That way of telling the story is unmistakably fitting for Mari. That was probably when the director, my papa, was killed. I understood that. However, Sayo readily reiterates it. The woman was the criminal, in other words, Saganuma Rieko, right? Then the man was a scary man who came after me. Who do you mean? You should already know. That's why I had to be sure earlier, Mayumi. Kenji-san would never do such a thing. Mari, you must be mistaken. Big sister, I'm not. I may be more grown up than when I saw it, but that man keeps coming after me. That's because of the curse. He has to come back here at regular intervals. It lines up with what the diary said, so it's probably true, but that's not all. He came here with many different ladies and then did something scary. All of them screamed. What does that mean? With a frightened look on her face, Mari shakes her head. Even though it's a scene she witnessed herself, Mari doesn't seem to understand the meaning behind it. It's that life energy he was talking about. If the number of people possessed by this place decreases, then don't you think that the mere existence of the Red Manton Aquarium is using that energy up? That's why I'm asking what it means. I yell suddenly. I've become aware of the fact that, through all the things that have happened here, my own perception has gotten sharper. Talking to Mari and Sayo is causing connections to be formed in my mind, allowing me to guess some things. I'm sure I yelled because I'm trying to deny the thoughts floating about in my own mind. However, Sayo is not so gentle. They need lives or something like that. Essentially, he's bringing people here and killing them. Even if he doesn't kill them, he can probably at least steal their life energy. Don't you remember that rumor about the number of missing people increasing? Kenji-san said something similar, but Himeno knew that rumor as well. People were saying rumors like that around me as well. If you want to spread a rumor, you gather as many idiots as possible to do it. He knew that. Just come out and say it. I've been trying to say it the whole time. Sayo heaves a sigh and continues. Treating the rumors like bait that Mantoon Aquarium scatters for its prey is kind of ironic. The one spreading those rumors is that man. To prove it, I let him pick me up. It was creepy. Kenji-san, I thought him hitting on girls was normal. Him spreading rumors is a completely different thing. I came here to look into some things and found someone who had escaped. She doesn't seem like she'll ever wake up, and it's probably because of having her energy drained. They're exhausted. Before she came to the aquarium, some man called out to her. I have no doubts it was him. If he's Saganuma Ryoku's accomplice, then it's not odd for him to help preserve the Red Mantoon Aquarium. Even if we refer to them as the worst of humanity, they probably don't want to disappear. Even now, they're probably still working together. But Kenji-san's alive! Jeez, I'm not done with my story yet. Mari spreads both arms and starts bouncing up and down. Mari, yeah, sorry, I lost my cool for a bit. Whoa! Speaking of which, I haven't heard this yet either. After I saw the man fall over, I was chased by that scary lady. It wasn't anything like a game of tag. I climbed this ladder and hid inside of a giant tank. In the top part of the tunnel tank, right? The lady glared at me. I was so scared, but I tried to get her to leave me alone by running away. That was when that man showed up. Kenji-san did. He was really, really scary. First he got rid of the lady, then he turned into something that looked like a handle. What? Then water started pouring in, but from there, I don't really remember anything. It all gets kind of fuzzy. Before Mari can finish, I break in. So then, that means that Kenji-san, Mari, he killed her along with Saganuma Ryoko. I think we can all agree that he was the only one still living. No, it's a lie. It's gotta be. Hey, Mari, did you maybe mistake what you saw? Sorry, big sister, I said something awful, didn't I? Mari looks at me with large eyes. I'm sure she doesn't completely understand the horrific misfortune that befell her body. That's why she's been able to maintain her pure heart. I'm a terrible big sister. Of course Mari is the one I should believe over anyone else. I just can't believe Kenji-san would do something like that. Sorry, but I'm also a bit confused. He's definitely the accomplice to the one who killed my papa, Saganuma Ryoko. So then, why would he kill her? Moreover, I can't grasp the reason they would work together now. Sayo, you also saw the two of them together? That's why I'm saying this. Seeing those two were after Mari, she and I ended up together like this. By also, then, you mean you saw them as well, Mayumi? I saw Kenji-san meet up with Saganuma Ryoko in the staff passageway after he came out of the souvenir shop. If you saw it too, why don't you believe us? Because Kenji-san saved you, me and Himeno as well. Ah, jeez, I don't get you. I don't get you either. Jeez, don't fight. It's Mari's words that stop the heated quarrel between us. We both look at Mari. She's puffing up her cheeks and her face is red. Looking at her face, even more strength leaves my body. Being so close to her, I'd forgotten that Mari's already dead. She's aware of her own death. At this point, the futility of it all makes it hard for me to stay standing. I'm sorry, Mari. I really am. I don't really get it, but I forgive you. I don't ever want to fight with you again, big sister. I've sunk to the ground and Mari begins proudly rubbing my head. Her hand is no heat, but I can feel a slight warmth. Sayo puts some distance between us, standing a little ways away. Having reached a conclusion, I think the only thing left is to see what lies on the other side. But it seems I haven't reached the truth itself just yet. I also want to know the truth. We have to find it no matter what. Big sister, do you feel better? Sayo-chan, are you okay too? We both nod. As I stand up, Sayo and I look at one another. Speaking of which, Sayo, you dropped this. Thanks to our eyes meeting, I'm reminded of the keychain. After taking the keychain from me, Sayo looks at the back. She sees a sticker photo of the two people. She says a brief, thanks, then looks up and continues. I'm going to see my papa. To be more accurate, it's probably a spirit. Papa is likely related to the creation of this closed-off world. I'm sure the truth lies there. I suppose there's no need to ask the two of you at this point. Right. Right. Sayo-chan, I wonder what your father's like. Our father. That was a slight change. Sayo is no longer alone. It may have been Mari who brought about this change. No matter what truth lies ahead of us, I get the feeling that if we don't forget what it is we believe in, we'll be alright. I don't know, even remembering what you believe in doesn't keep you from getting beheaded. Just saying. Wow. I really thought, if it was something they added to the Steam release, I really thought it was going to be an hour at most. Like a little add-on, other ending, or two. I knew there were two, but I figured they would be like little short add-on endings. Oh, wow. So I guess we'll stop here for today. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, though. Thanks for watching. And I guess I'll see you next time for more Sound of Drop Fall into Poison. Bye.